Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Private Practice with Soul podcast. This is the first podcast for counselors that just don't align with the traditional approaches to business and that want to use their spiritual gifts, talents, and interests to create, you guessed it, a private practice with soul. So, look, leave it to me to provide you with everything you need, including strategies that you can use to increase your income, reduce your workload, and of course, increase inquiries and referrals to your beautiful soul-led private practice. I love it so much. If you haven't done it already, grab your journal, grab your pen, and let's begin. So welcome to another episode of the Private Practice with Soul podcast. It feels like ages since we've had a conversation, but it's not even been 2 weeks. So I don't know. Just for those of you who don't know, just to give you a really quick background, I've just been really unwell. But I'm on the mend now. Specialist appointment this afternoon in a couple of hours, and my energy is starting to come back. And so I guess I was really in the mood to talk with you and share a couple of insights that I've experienced and received as a result of everything that's been going on for me lately. I just really wanted to share them with you. Just give you some updates. And of course, I want to give you a focus for our episode today, which is about identity. And that's come about because of something I've been doing just for fun on the side. So before I kind of dive deeply into that, I guess what I want to say is, I really feel like the last couple of weeks, my physical body, my energy body, my spiritual body, I think everything's just been doing this really big detox. And while it feels so horrible to go through it, I know that there's only good waiting for me on the other side. And I'm already feeling a lot better and a lot different. I think too, it's been a really big process of releasing. And that has resulted in some changes to the business. So as I mentioned before, one of the things that I don't do anymore is a lot of that one-to-one work. I mean, I'll do it on occasion, but one of the things that I became aware of over the last couple of weeks was the importance of really leaning into my energy and working with it rather than pushing and forcing. And so for that reason, I've decided that for the next little while, and look, it could change. I'm not locking myself into anything, but for the next little while anyway, I'm not going to do Zooms anymore, and I'm not going to do videos anymore. So if people are going to have, calls with me and stuff like that, it's going to be on my terms. And that means at the moment, it will be on the phone. And the reason for that is because I want to be able to always give people 110% of me. And I just can't do that at the moment if I know I've got to deal with Zoom links and Zoom dropouts and people losing links. And I mean, I'm not fabulous with links with my supervisor either. I have supervision with my supervisor, fortnightly. And it's always the last 10 minutes before we're due to jump on, I'm sending her a message saying, where's the link? I can't find the link. I'm so disorganized for my own supervision. But anyway, so I just want to take all the pressure off with that. So there's that. So switching away from the, Zooms and onto the phone. The other thing that I've introduced to another shift or change that I've made that works better with my energy and feels more aligned is to not do full-on 1 hour sessions anymore. I just don't feel that's really necessary. I feel like with the types of clients I work with coaching, so this is different for counseling. If you're counseling, this may not be possible, but for coaching, definitely, and for consulting, definitely, people generally have questions they need answered, and I can do that pretty quickly. There's no need for us to be dragging things out unnecessarily and just fluffing around having conversation. I would much rather be short, sharp, get in, get out, and make it a really powerful, potent, transformational conversation, which, I mean, they always have been. But I feel like if I could do amount and be as effective with less time, that kind of makes sense. And it would make sense for my soulmate client as well. I know my soulmate client doesn't have an hour to sit around on a Zoom. I know she probably just needs me for like 15, 20 minutes to get something off her chest, or to get some quick advice or some guidance around something, or do like a quick audit for her on her website or something like that. So I think that really works. So I just created that last week. So I deleted everything else off my availability and my appointments, and I just put that up. And then last night I was going to bed and I was thinking, well, do you know what? There may be the odd person who really does want a 1 hour session. So I don't think there's going to be many people who want an hour. I mean, if I said to you, I can solve this problem for you in 20 minutes or I can solve it in an hour, I think most people are going to opt for the 20 minutes. But I know that there will be some people who still want an hour. And look, from time to time, I'm happy to do that. So the easiest way for me to accommodate that is to create a product that says, hey, if you can have a short consult or you can have a long consult, it's all going to be on the phone, and it will be dependent on, my energy at the time, and I will choose like how we're going to do this. And my soulmate client will be very understanding of that, because she understands about the importance of aligning with energy, because she does it herself. So it's not going to cause any headaches or drama or stress for either of us. So that just feels really good to have that clarity now. The other thing that happened was it's so interesting. Like, Selena is she's more than a VA. She is a social media expert. She loves doing all of that. I think I'm 48. I don't know what Selena is. She's in her, I think, early mid-20s. It's really great because we have different perspectives and we have different knowledge sets and knowledge bases. And so we learn from each other all the time. But one of the things that she shared with me yesterday morning was that she looked me up on Instagram and I didn't come up, and I thought, oh my gosh. And she's like, why isn't she coming up? Like, I do her social media. Why is she? Well, she doesn't do my social media. She goes into my social media account and she'll manage things in there, like my insights and stuff like that. But I do all my posting and everything and my content. Anywho, so she was like, but I know she's got an account, and why isn't she coming up? And she was looking me up under what I do. So she was searching for my service, which was private practice coaching, and I wasn't coming up. Like, heaps of other people were coming up, but not me. And she sent me a screenshot and she's like, what's the go here? And I thought, I don't know. So then I thought, I'm going to get onto this. So then I spent some time yesterday mucking around on Instagram and, changed my name on Instagram. So it was, it's still Brooklyn Storm. I'm just bringing it up now to have a look so I don't lie to you about this, because I'll make sure I get it right. Where's my profile? Yeah, so it used to be at the Private Practice Coach. It still is at the Private Practice Coach. But my name, so in your profile, you've got your picture and it says how many posts, followers, following, all that. Well, underneath that, it had my name. So it said Dr. Brooklyn Storm, and then it said Private Practice with Soul. So I changed that to be the Private Practice Coach. And then I changed my bio to be more about private practice coaching. So I've done those things. The other thing I did was I verified my profile, which I don't know. It's month by month you have the verification for. So I'm just going to see how it goes. To be honest with you, I don't think it's worth the money. I think it's costing me, it's either $19.99 US a month, which is like a lot of money. It's either that or it's $24.99 US a month, because I tried to do it for Facebook as well and they're different prices. So let's say between $30 and $40 a month I'm paying to verify my profile. And it says it's going to give me more reach. I don't know that it has. I mean, it's not even been 24 hours yet. But it says that, you also get access to these other stickers that you can use in your stories. Well, you get 3 stickers, and they're not even good stickers. Like, they're cartoonish, professional people probably wouldn't use them. It's like, you know, Mickey Mouse, how he's got the black arms with the white gloved hands. It's like two of those with a thumbs up saying, you know, sail on or something. So it's not, they're not really relevant stickers for us to use. And as I said, there's only 3. And that's about it. It just says you're going to get a little bit more reach for your posts and your comments or something. But I will do this for maybe 3 months, and I'll get Selena to track the insights so that we can see if it's worth it. I don't know if it's actually going to convert to anything or not. To get the verification, all I did was I just went in. You have to go in on your app on your phone, and you go into settings and it says meta verification, and you just tap it, and then it asks you for some ID. So I had to submit my driver's license back and front, and then it said it can take, you know, time to approve, but it got approved within a couple of hours. I had the blue tick. So anyway, I thought I'll just do that and see what happens. And then I did the same process for Facebook, but Facebook said my identity wasn't verifiable and I have to try something other than my driver's license. So I don't know what the situation is there. But anyway, so there's some things that I've been doing behind the scenes. And then the other thing I did was I registered a business name, because, you know, I register about 20 of them a year, but I registered the Private Practice Coach as a business name. So now it's also a business name. And then I went into my website and I changed my website homepage from Private Practice with Soul to the Private Practice Coach. And I'm going to be working on messaging today, and I will update my messaging. So having a little bit of a pivot, and this is really important to share with you because I know, having worked with so many of you in Private Practice 101, in the Inner Circle, in the Digital Products Hub, in Marketing with Soul, I know so many of you panic and worry about, you know, taglines and branding and stuff like that. But I'm showing you in real life, it's going to change. Like, as you evolve, as you grow, as you do things differently, as you become more fully you are going to change, you know, and you might register a new business name like I did. You might update your profile. You might update your name. Like, I also updated my page on Facebook. It said Private Practice with Soul, but now it says the Private Practice Coach. So again, hopefully that's going to boost visibility. We'll just see. But anyway, the point is, you're never locked into anything. Okay, I'm living proof of that. Your branding is always going to evolve, and it's safe for you to do that. It's totally fine for you to do that. So those are some of the things. The other things that I wanted to share with you is that I have made us our very own deck of Oracle cards. Why? Because, you know me, I go to Dalesford like 4 or 5 times a year, and I think I must own, maybe, I'm not even joking, I've had to get more bookshelves and tubs and containers for all of my Oracle cards. I bought so many of them. And I was thinking while I was off sick, laid up in bed, and look, it could have been the pain relief talking, I don't know. But one of the things I realized was, hey, there's no Oracle card deck for us. Like, someone needs to do something about this. So I've done it. So what I've been doing is I've made us a card deck. It's for healers. It's for, a healer is, in my way of thinking anyway, and if you've got ideas, I'd love to hear it as well, because I'll need to explain it in the guidebook. But to me, a healer is anybody who's working in a healing capacity, whether it's a counselor, therapist, psychologist, social worker, Reiki practitioner, hypnotherapist, crystal healer, light worker, herbalist, naturopath, nutritionist, all the things. If you're working in that space, if you identify as being a healer, and you are in business, or you're wanting to start your own business and get paid for it, then this is the Oracle deck for you, right? And the reason that I've put it together is because we need something like this, because we're spiritual people. We believe in connecting with our intuition. We believe in, our soul being the blueprint for success in our private practice. We believe that we are here on this planet for a reason. We believe that we've got gifts to share. But sometimes we get a little bit tripped up with, oh, how does this jigsaw together when it comes to running a business and doing things like asking for the payment or following up on an outstanding one, or things or marketing or letting people know I have something that they can now purchase. So sometimes we get in our heads about it, and I know this because I've been in private practice for 27 years and struggled with it, but also I've been coaching you and supporting you in all our groups and all the programs and all the memberships for years now. And there's a definite trend in the things that we experience. And I think that we just need a tool that's going to work for us. And so that's what I've created. And it's called the Divine Calling. I hope you really like that name, but I chose it because the people that are in my communities all say that they knew that they were meant to do this work, and many of them have had changes of career throughout their life. But when they actually land on being able to do the study and then do the work, they're like, I was born for this. This is on my heart. I always knew. Even when I was little, I used to do X, Y, and Z. I've always been interested in the spiritual things. I've always wanted to have my own shop or business or whatever. So it just made sense to call it the Divine Calling. The tagline for it is, faith in action. And the reason that it's faith in action is because I think this is, how we make that bridge. Like, so many of us are either in faith and we're like, I really believe in the universe. I really, want to trust in source or God or whatever it is that you're connecting to. And that's kind of, we keep that separate from the business stuff. So I want to bring them together and show you how we can create your business using the instructions and the guides from your soul blueprint. And that's why it's called Faith in Action for healing entrepreneurs or something like that. But anyway, it's the Faith in Action Oracle. So that's the whole point. It's to show you through guided questions and through card descriptions and card meanings, what's going on for you in relation to a particular theme or topic at the time. It helps you uncover for yourself what you need to do through some prompts and through some soul inquiry reflections. And I've also included meditations. So I'm doing this for every single card. And I just feel so good. And what I've decided to do is just release a card a week. So there are 42 cards in the deck. So for the next 42 weeks, I'll be releasing a card a week. Now, if you are in my private practice inner circle, congratulations, because you are going to get the card image plus the description, plus the upright meaning, the soul inquiry for the upright meaning, the journal prompts for the upright meaning, an affirmation for the upright meaning, and then you're going to get all that again for when the card is in the reversed or protection position. Plus you're going to get the meditation, plus you're going to get the printed guide for that card with everything in it, plus you're going to get the audio only file. So you get everything if you're in the inner circle. If you're not in the inner circle, that's okay, because I'm putting together a playlist on my YouTube channel, which I will link in the comments for you. So you can go and have a listen to the card that was released yesterday. And I will be making, a few of them public there so that you can go and have a taste. You can go and have a sample and see what they're like. But yeah, the full stuff will be only for the members of the inner circle, because I want to do something special for them. They're showing up for themselves and I want to support them with that as well. So yesterday's card was a really cool card. It was all about identity. And it spoke a lot. Well, I'm not going to go into it because you can just listen to it on YouTube if you want. But it really speaks about the role that identity plays for all of us as healers. when it comes to running a business, or for those of us in private practice. And I think this is so important because when we want to do things like show up, we want to get a client, maybe we want to sell a session, get a booking, whatever, identity plays such a big role. Like, if you don't see yourself as someone who is valuable and worthy and has a gift to share that's wanted, and if you don't know and trust in that, then what does that mean for how you're going to show up, and what does that mean for what you're going to manifest? Like, whatever it is you're wanting to see in your business, you're largely going to see as a result of how you see yourself. It's that self-perception, right? It's your identity. So that's why I thought we'd make this card number 1 in the deck. So I know if you want to listen to all the info about that, you absolutely can. And I would just click the link. But I was just going to say to you there as well, do grab a journal or an exercise book or something and just make it for the cards, because there's so much good content in those cards that's been lovingly created with you in mind to help you with your soul expansion and to help you with your expansion in the world so that you can help more people. I want you to have the opportunities there, an abundance of opportunities there, to connect with clients that really need your help right now. And so these cards provide you with the bridge, that provide you with the bridge that's going to get you from, oh, this is where I am now, but this is where I want to be over here. These cards are going to show you how to do that if you do the work. Again, implementation is everything. It's not enough just to close your eyes and listen to a meditation or whatever it is that you're going to do. You have to actually implement the stuff, right? It's just like what we say to our clients. You can make a prescription to your client about something that you recommend that they integrate and do so that they can reach the outcome that they really desire. But if they don't do it, they're not going to get that outcome. Yeah. And then they're just going to come back to you and say that they're not getting any better and nothing's changing and da 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 da. So there'll be underlying things there. So we want to try and get ahead of that for you, because there is no reason why you can't have a profitable, satisfying, fulfilling, enjoyable, and easy to run, easy to deliver business by the end of the year. There's no reason why you can't have that. So anyway, if you're a card person, you should definitely go and check them out. The other things that I just wanted to share is more around refining. So completely changing topic now, quick pivot. I am running a Facebook ad at the moment for a lead generation campaign. So I love to do these because this is how I build my audience. So if you are in my free communities like Counsellors Connect Australia and the ACPPO, the Australian Counsellors in Private Practice Online, you will notice that we regularly get a bunch of new people into our groups. And the way that happens is by me running these ads. So pay to run these ads. These people grab, something free from me. And then if they decide that they want to join my free group, then they will come over. So anyway, one of the things that I needed to refine today was I was looking at my email sequence, because I'd been talking to some of the ladies in the Digital Product Success Hub that I run, that teaches therapists how to, make a little bit of extra money so that they're not stressing about filling their diaries. So we're in that group and we're all having a conversation yesterday about, selling. And I realized a lot of them have got some great stuff, but they don't have an audience. So we started talking about audience building and things like that, which got me onto the topic of, well, you've got to have your emails set up. And then I thought to myself, I need to actually go and check my own emails. And so anyway, this morning I got up and I thought, yeah, I'll make that my first thing to do. So in the mornings, I don't journal or do any spiritual practices in the mornings because that's when my energy is at its highest. and I want to be able to tick things off. But what I do is I ask myself, what's something I can do to generate a sale today, or what's something I can do to help somebody today, or what's something I can do like this. And at the moment, my keyword is refine. So I'm like, what's one thing I can refine today? And I thought, yeah, I can refine my emails. And in doing that, refining the emails should increase conversions. So conversion just means somebody going from being in my world to being a paid person in my world and accessing a higher level of content. So anyway, I thought, yeah, I'll do that. So for my lead gen ad, I'm giving away, I think it's 5, maybe 6 letters, templates for therapists, right? And I went into Flowdesk, which is who I use for my email, and I clicked on my workflow and I opened it up, and it had like 2 emails in it, and they're really poorly written. Well, I think, I mean, when I put them together, I thought they were like, so amazing, but because I know a lot more now than I did when I wrote them, I'm embarrassed by them. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do here? So I've written out 4 different emails. So I've gone from 2 to 4. And the other thing that was so revealing was the original 2 emails that I had were both promoting my private practice membership, my little mini membership. It's $33 a month. But they were promoting it at the original price from when it was beta testing, which was $7. And it was the links went through to checkout in ClickFunnels, and I haven't used ClickFunnels for over 6 months now, so that link wasn't working. It was just like they were broken emails, like the links weren't working, the prices were wrong. I've changed the name of the membership since I wrote those emails, and I don't know why, it just was never on my mind to go back and check them. So this morning, I deleted both of those emails in my workflow. I replaced them with 4 other emails with correct links to correct pages and all of that. And would you believe this is no word of a lie, 26 minutes later, somebody's messaging me saying, hey, I want to join the $7 membership. I just got an email about it. So she was in my email sequence from the lead gen ad before I fixed it. And then she said to me, yeah, I was just trying to click on some links and stuff wasn't working and it was changing. But she was in there trying to click links while I'd paused it and was updating it. Anyway, so I said to her, I've just been updating my emails and I'm sorry for that. And, it's not $7 anymore. It's actually $33. And, yeah, of course I'll honor it for you at this $7. So then I had to go into Stripe and recreate a link for $7 and get that over to her. But it was my pleasure to do it. But I think the thing I realized was, wow, that was a really quick conversion. And I'm really pleased that happened. And so now I'm excited to see what happens. So when people get my free thing, they can just leave it there, right? They don't have to come into my free communities, and they don't have to be on my email list, and they don't have to, join any of my paid communities either. But those options are there for those that want it. So what I'm going to do moving forward is just keep an eye on the numbers and keep an eye on the conversions and just see what happens. And I've also made a note in my diary to go back every month and just check all my workflows, because I want to make sure that they're all working and that they're all accurate and things like that as well. Now, there's something else I was going to say about all of that, but I've forgotten what. The other thing that I'm going to do today, if I get a chance, is I have to do a couple of audits for people who are in the Digital Product Success Hub who've made some new products. So I want to do those today. And the other thing that I'm going to do today is I've got a whole bunch of free things that I want to share with you. So I've decided I'm going to share them maybe one every Friday. So if you are in the Counsellors Connect Australia group, every Friday moving forward until I change my mind. I'll be giving you a freebie. So I will find one of the freebies today. I'll do a little video of how to use it, and I'll put the link there. So if anybody wants it, they can grab it. But just keep an eye on the group on Fridays for those, because I've got a range, quite a variety of different things. Like I've got social media freebies, list building freebies, audience growth freebies, branding freebies, all of that. So do pop in on a Friday. For those in the inner circle, you get a new Oracle card deck, an Oracle card from the Divine Calling deck every Thursday. So you can keep an eye out for that. Plus that goes into your members portal. And then we've got other things happening as well. So again, just another quick pivot. Just stay with me here. If you're in Private Practice 101, you're really lucky because you're getting to meet a few guest speakers over the coming weeks as well. So one is going to be teaching you how to set up a $5 a day ad strategy so that we can build your audience so that you can get more clients. So he's coming in, I think in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So that's happening. There's another lady who's coming in next week. I think she's coming in on Tuesday, and she's going to be talking about mindset. So she does a whole lot of intuitive work, and she's very sort of spiritual, but she's also a mindset coach, and she really, 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 really loves helping people overcome blocks, hurdles, and obstacles that they have when it comes to making offers and selling. Doesn't matter if it's like your counseling practice or selling your digital product or whatever it is. So that's her zone of genius. So I've got her, she's coming in on, Tuesday next week in the morning. So if you want to come along to that, you absolutely can. I'm sure that's going to be so helpful, because imagine if you could release that block, what's then going to become available for you when you do feel confident and safe to go out into the world and say, hey, book a session, right? And know how to invite people to book a session in a way that's really graceful and, feels really, really good. The other thing that's happening is somebody else is coming into Private Practice 101 in a couple of weeks, and she's going to be teaching us about automations. So I will be popping into our group today to ask, is there a specific software you want to automate or a specific process that you want to automate? Because she was wanting some guidelines on that. So I need you to let me know what you need help with there. And then what else? Oh, and then we've got Kim Ross, who you already know from, she's one of our group experts in Counsellors Connect Australia. She is doing for the Soulful Leadership program. She's coming in on the 30th of May to do for you she's going to be a guest presenter for Fierce Self-Care, etc., for therapists, and supporting you through all of that. So that's her zone of genius. It's not mine. I've just been really focusing on how can I serve my communities better? What are they really needing right now? And who can I call in? Like, who are the experts in this field? Because I'm aware of my own competencies, but I also know what I'm not competent at. So I want to invite people in to do those kinds of guest presentations. So they're all happening. If you're not in Private Practice 101 and you want to learn some of this stuff, you want to have access to the recordings and stuff like that, you're welcome to join. It's not a problem. If you're already in it, you're already going to have access. You'll have the ability to join the live calls. They happen in the mornings between 9 and 11. Plus the recordings will also go in your portal, so you'll be able to watch them later on as well. So there's so much happening. There's more guest speakers. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Plus, I'm getting tired of talking now because my mouth is really dry. Like, I'm on so much. I've got penicillin, I've got antibiotics, I've got, you name it, I've got it. And then I've got all these special herbal concoctions and tinctures and stuff like that as well, because that's the kind of woman I am. So I think I've got just about every Wanderlust product from Chemist Warehouse at the moment. The one I'm about to take is Milk Thistle, which is for cleansing and detoxing. So I look forward to that. But anyway, that's all that's kind of happening in our community at the moment. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the podcast. I'll try and get another one out for you for Wednesday. They normally go Saturdays and Wednesdays, don't they? And I know today's Friday, so I'm throwing you out. You haven't got the day wrong. It's just me. But anyway, I will do another one for you for Wednesday. If you need anything at all, just tap me on the shoulder on Instagram at The Private Practice Coach or in our Facebook communities. And I'm always here to help you and support you. Like, your success is my biggest mission. Okay. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for being part of my world. Okay. Bye for now. I hope that you loved this episode as much as I loved putting it together for you. To get more resources to help you in your private practice, head over to Instagram. My handle is at The Private Practice Coach. And also, if you want more inquiries and referrals for your business, let me know. I have a program called Clients on Demand that opens every quarter, and I can absolutely get you some information for that as well. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you for sharing your gifts with the world. Bye.